Alright everyone, hey, it's LRG Andrew. So this happened yesterday in the 4 hours of COTA. We were in split 7 of 9, and yeah, we were in split 7 of 9. Wink wink. Anyways, this Lexus ahead of us clearly didn't understand the glory and fortune he had being in 7 of 9 split, and began acting out. So first we'll show what he did, and then after this we'll show why he did it, in his words. So this is about 2 hours after the racing incident that occurred. I thought nothing of, and my co-driver Phil warned me that it was this driver coming up. I thought nothing of it, and then he started doing this. So we started trying to twinkle toe and juke around him and avoid any kind of chaos. I thought at this point he'd give it up, but nope. Saw it coming, quickly moved over. Tried my best to not get this other driver involved. He thanked me after. At this point, I think maybe he's going to give it up, but the better, smarter part of my brain knows he isn't. So now I'm going to skip to his car to watch the rest here. So I want you all to now imagine like a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, 4 different option box of answers as to what's about to happen next, and we'll see who picks the right one. And if you're guessing now that it might occur at the end of this straight, you're probably about to be right. So the funny part of this was I was able to drive off, complete my stint, repair the car. So now let's look at what he said was the reason for him doing this. So this is a special event. This is a bronze 0 driver. In my opinion, allowing people who have not proven themselves to be mature enough or have impulse control to be in these kinds of special events is a big, big misstep by Le Mans. I think it's just to boost their numbers because so many of the entries are simply bronze 0. So this guy was drastically slower than us. He was driving on a controller, and at this point coming up here, I told my co-driver Phil and my engineer Nautabot that if I had tried to get around this guy, he was going to try to wreck us. I can include the link to the stream in the description of this if you guys want, but if you don't believe me, I said if I try to make a move around this guy, he's going to wreck me. So when I get behind a driver like that, I don't try to force it. I'll see if I can crack him with pressure. But as you will see, the more pressure I applied to this driver and the more mistakes he began to make, he just began to drive more reckless and start brake checking me and swerving in front of me and doing everything he could to try to stop me from passing him. So I'm just trying to speed through that now to show all of the time that I was very respectful to this driver. I was lifting and coasting and not trying to force anything around him. But I just want to show all of this in the lead up to it so you guys can see the full picture of the event. Feel free to fast forward this if you want or put it on 2x. But I felt it important to show the lead up to what he said was the reason why he did this. So I'm starting to think that maybe I can outbrake him if I just go for it. But I'm still not quite ready to feel like I need to make that risk yet, as I still think if I do, he's going to try to wreck me. It's very easy to personality profile drivers and watch how they're going to react to you trying to pass them and understand what's likely going to happen if you go for a move. I think this is something important that maybe, if anything, this video can teach some of you. But at this point, I'm starting to feel like he ain't going to let me go. He's going to cut in on corners and I'm going to try to make a move, and it just keeps getting worse and worse. So I stick my nose in here a little bit, coming up on one of these next laps. I'm still just keep kind of peeking to see if he's going to give anything up. But again, I'm driving respectful. And if you'll notice now, there's a third car starting to catch up. Now this is where I'm starting to feel a little bit of pressure that maybe I need to make the move, because we're starting to have a slight train of cars catch up. And if you notice, 12th is also catching in relative. So now I'm starting to get a bit more aggressive, poking my nose in, trying to look for the pass a little bit more. As you can see on braking zones, I back off because I know he's going to brake check me, as he's been doing multiple times. And if you guys watch this video back, you will see him constantly braking to try to brake check me on the apex. So I got a good run here, so I think I'm going to put my nose in on the inside and go for it. We almost get him here, but I don't execute the exit properly, and he gets me back. So I'm like, whatever, we're having a good race here, we're battling. I'm not going to let him, like, driving dirty and brake checking me affect the enjoyment I'm having. So right now, I'm like, we're having a good battle, whatever. I'm going to get around this guy. So I feel like that was my moment. And I feel like if I execute that more cleanly, we'll have him. If we cut in tighter to the inside and leave him on the outside to not leave him any room on the track, we'll have the corner, we'll have the position. So now I know where I'm going to make my move and how I'm going to do it. So again, I've been following this guy cleanly and not doing anything to try to wreck him or ruin his race, even though he's been trying to block us dirty this whole time. All I'm trying to do is get him off kilter, get him rattled, so I can make the pass. He defends the inside here, but I'm not ready to make a move yet. I know where I'm going to make my move. So again, I get a good exit, I get a good toe, and now I'm going to outbrake him and execute it right. I'm going to push him to the outside here. Now he is out of track, I got the track. He's turning into me and pits himself into the outside wall, and that was it. I thought nothing of it. So that right there is what then caused him to act the way he acted at the beginning of the video that you guys saw. So now we're going to watch it again, but from his car's perspective. And as you will see, he is turning to the left when the track goes right. He doesn't want to give this position up. He tried to wreck me like I said he would. I told my teammates, and you guys can watch the stream, I said if I try to pass this guy, he's going to try to wreck me. So he tried to wreck me there and pitted himself on my car. He wrecks his car completely and now drives entirely unsafe with a wrecked car and almost takes like 3 other people out. So this is my point when I'm talking about behavioral indicators. Like someone that displays this level of immaturity and childishness and has no ability to self-reflect, you're not going to ever change them with any form of soft punishment or trying to reform them. It will never happen. And the more time sim racing wastes on individuals like this, it just affects everyone else's enjoyment who's out there actually putting time in to try to do it right. So, thank you guys if you watched the whole video. If not and you skipped through it, hope you found it funny regardless. Take care, and I'll see you all out on the track. Peace.